Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome back. Now let's go do the second lab, but first let me explain you something about prophecies. So we have this prophecy right here, which we will use in the lab. But I don't want to use it in the second lab, I want to use it in the final lab, because in the final lab I can get the best enchants. So what I can do is seal it, and then I can just right click it
a golden device hidden by a rotting emperor
to activate it.
Overflows with power.
This way you can control when you want to use your prophecies.
Let me tell your future.
So let me seal it once again, put it here, and use it later.
Hello. A bond of blood breaks, but from the carnage, new bonds may be formed.
The just goddess prison. The goddess is watching.
Now down here is a dark shrine, so let's try to get it.
When I'm ready, and not before.
pursuit of power can be a grotesque affair. Traveler draws close to the end of the path. It is the sovereign that powers the center, not the
When I'm ready and not before.
Such resilience. Sweep the trappings of past empires aside. Make your empire anew. When the time comes to strike, an emperor strikes without hesitation. To entertain doubt is to dance with death. Slowness lends strength to his
When I'm ready and not before.
Finish the line, goddess. Ambition. Wisdom is the offspring of suffering and time.
A bond of blood breaks, but from the carnage, new bonds may be formed.
Dark influences reside in dark places. An aspirant can afford to be promising. An emperor must keep those promises. Our throne is the most devious trap of all.
When I'm ready, and not before.
Tyranny is inescapable.
Gloves or boots? Boots it is. One more time. Increased mana regen. Cool. Okay, now we can pick 2 more points. And I'm going to take this for resistances.
Hello. See you soon.
That would just make life.
Talamoana, exile.
What's up?
What is it?
What's up? Stay out of the shadows. They bite.
and not before.
Once more into the breach, and once more we returned victorious. Although I have to admit, I did not relish the sensation of imbibing that foul witch's soul. I felt decidedly unclean. Still, our journey nears completion. To the north lies Highgate, and the cessation of our efforts to extract the dark ember from my dearly departed beast. And none too soon. Every hour, Katava's strength grows, and the longer he and the other gods dwell on this land, the less is humanity's chance of survival. Once more into the breach.
When I'm ready and not before. and not before.
These owl eyes of mine have been watching the sun goddess from afar. The sun orb lies within her temple, guarded by her most ardent devotee, an exile who, in his insanity, has taken to calling himself the Dawn. That orb is the seed that must be stolen from this new son of hers and planted at the feet of his ancient mother. I've been keeping a close eye on that exile-turned-sycophant who calls himself the Dusk. Dusk carried the moon orb into the Linares temple and has not returned with it, not as far as I have seen. No doubt he clings to that orb like it's his adopted mother's own nurturing breast. If you were to wean him from the teat and place that orb at the bereft mother's feet, we may yet see the moon itself fall. Be well.
You'd suppose someone as crafty as Dodri would have kept her ugly head under wraps as soon as she saw you coming. I guess death robs us of many things, including our common sense. In any case, thank you. The sewers can run clear now that there's no fetid witch clogging up the pipes. Here, have a little something to commemorate your fine clean-up job. Tell me something. Any chance you might be willing to join forces and turn a healthy profit with old Argon? You ever heard of the Wings of Visteri? Not just another damned artifact. This one was the highest symbol of the Office of the Meraketh, held by the Sekhima of Sekhimas. History books will say the wings were last worn by Sekhima Asenath, the Golden Sekhima, the one who went and got herself murdered by Hector Tatusius. The only problem is that Tatusius himself is up and guarding his pretties once more. Still, if you can recover those Wings of Visteri, then I'm confident I can sell them back to the Meraketh for a fair sum. They're a cultural icon after all, dripping with sentimental value. What do you say? Bring me back something nice, huh?
Exile, you've helped me before. You can help me again, can't you? My hope waits for me to the east, tucked away in a shrine in the Key. The Ankh of Eternity. Veruso, Prima Imperialis, placed it there himself at the dawn of the Empire. If the legends are correct, the Ankh has powers over life and death. When paired with the correct Asmerian ritual, I've learned the ritual. All I need is the Ankh of Eternity, and I know I can bring Tolman back. Properly, this time. Will you retrieve the artifact for us? I've tried, but the creatures around the shrine... simply too dangerous. Yes, Tolman, I'm getting to that. I've already prepared a site for the ritual out in the Key. Please, meet us there with the Ankh so that I may yet breathe life into my dearest love. Bye.
What do you want?
How you going? A word of caution. That Ankh. It might have had some miraculous powers, but I bet there's a nasty reason why Veruso hid the bloody thing away. I've tried to warn Clarissa, but her ears seem as dead as their boyfriend of hers. What little humanity General Tertusius was born with, he traded in for strength. Went as far as to have Malachi replace his joints with virtue gems. Mad bastard. Afterwards, Emperor Chitus charged Tertusius with subduing the Meraketh. A job he took a little too much pleasure in, if you ask me. How you going?
When I'm ready, and not before.
On the night of 1,000 ribbons, our finest city burned. It burned with fires lit by cruelty and neglect. It burned with shame for giving the title of emperor to a man who did not deserve it.
I need more mana.
Allow your wisdom past.
Our garden swells with life force. Come.
When I'm ready, and not before.
In Azaro's grotesque little garden, you'll find an old friend of mine. The yawning maw that is Yugal. But a soft portrait of what that pathetic creature has come to believe about the nature of fear. Those who look upon him see their own fears reflected in his horrifying visage. Remember, humanity needs us.
There is nothing else.
I heard tell of an ancient Val scholar who bore the name Yugal. He'd conduct these grisly experiments in pursuit of some piece of nasty wisdom tucked in the nether regions of human terror. Practiced on young kiddies, no less, scaring the living shite out of Val toddlers and then nabbing their fear within a hall of thaumaturgical mirrors. Could be the whole story's a crock, and here's where it gets even hazier. Seems old Yugal found something in that fear, enough to scare a whole swag of Val into worshipping him. Honestly, some people will worship anything for a bit of spiritual peace of mind. You found them! No easy feat, I bet. How's old Hector these days? Not so good after you cross paths with them, am I right? I'll polish these wings up and get them back to their owners, just as soon as my Mariketh friend can get her folks to pay the ransom. Price, I mean. In the meantime, take a little something from my stock as payment. What's up? Well, they're forged from solid gold. I can tell you that much. But I suppose that's not really what you're asking about. The wings are a treasured piece of the Mariketh heritage. Back when the tribes quit their squabbling and joined hands to battle the Eternal Empire, the wings were seen as a symbol of their unity. The Golden Sekhema wore them as she led the whole bloody Mariketh horde against San. She was a single greatest hope for the Mariketh, was that Asenath. Hector Tatusius crushed both their hopes and their precious Sekhema. Good luck to you.
Welcome.
That would just make life complicated.
May humanity flourish. Val scholars seem compelled to answer all manner of strange and troubling questions. Ugol was one such scholar. Whilst plumbing the depths of humanity, he came to believe that there was no truer expression of humanity than pure terror. He would induce terror in children, and then capture the reactions within eldritch mirrors, devices of his own creation that could petrify fear for extended study. Through his gallery of reflected terror, Ugol came to understand human nature so well that he was able to manipulate his way into the vile halls of leadership, and eventually grew so feared and renowned that he ascended into godhood. Remember, humanity needs us.
When I'm ready, and not before.
May humanity flourish. If we are to see the dawn of a new era for humankind, the sun must be taught to behave herself. Upon that mighty span between San's left hand and its right, Solaris burns to consume every single moment of existence. Sparing no thought for life and its needs, she would see the world parched barren before she yields to reason. The sun must be allowed to set so that it may rise again as a blessing, not a curse. We approach the zenith of our divine hunt upon the bridge that chokes the great wet throat of San. Lunaris, in her cold fury, has forgotten that the warming sun of morning is as life-giving as the cooling damp of evening. The empire Lunaris dreams of shall be lit by moon and twinkling stars, and life itself shall wither away in the perpetual night. Self-loving Solaris, all the light in the world yet blinded by her own pride. Not once did she pause to question the truth of her sister's betrayal. Instead, she gloated over her sister's transgressions, proclaiming herself greater and more honorable than Lunaris could ever be. I suppose one shouldn't be surprised when a sun deity takes the higher ground. One of two sisters who ruled the most populous and powerful of the ancient Asmerian tribes. Solaris was thought to guide the sun across the sky with threads of shimmering gold, whilst Lunaris saw to the wax and wane of moon with a sickle of purest silver. It was a peaceful partnership, until the trickster Tang Mazu happened upon their domain, and turning sister against sister, he saw to the massacre of thousands, whilst concealing the source of their futile feud beyond all reckoning. Feel no pity for the moon. She is a cold and distant fool, far less radiant than she would suppose. Goodbye.
Watch yourself.
Hello. See you.
Don't do anything I would.
In death, the mirrors are thus shattered. Yugal was a cautionary tale. The only way to truly understand fear is to become it. Yes?
So it was that bloody scholar after all, was it? Sick bastard. Well, he's gone now, and I hope you made sure he suffered like those poor kiddies he tormented. I'd have toasted him nice and slow like a spitted pig. See how he'd like them apples stuffed in his mouth. Here, have something for keeping us safe from the divine undesirables of this world. Bring me back something nice, huh?
Hello.
And we will continue this in the next episode, so if you liked this one, give it a like, dislike if you think it sucked, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.